This is a plant music activation of truth. This is a activation . You've been listening to the musical expression of the plant kingdom. This was a petite orchid and a plant music activation for truth. This music is available in the marketplace at acoustichealth.com, and you're invited to join us in an online plant music sound bath, a journey in consciousness as we interface as a group with the plants. Available at acoustichealth.com. Quantum Conversations begins in a moment. Quantum Conversations, your portal to the inner realms. Access infinite possibilities, infinite mastery, and infinite love. Mind-expanding, heart-opening conversations with some of the greatest spiritual teachers, luminaries, and healers of today's world. Usher in new earth by living in your sacred heart. Quantum Conversations is brought to you by acoustichealth.com. Home of music from the universe, online healing retreats, and this program. Claim your free registration to daily shows at acoustichealth.com. acoustichealth.com, your portal to the inner realms. program starts shortly. Welcome to another Quantum Conversation, brought to you by AcousticHealth.com. I'm Lauren Galey, and I invite you to sit back as we enter the quantum realm, that space of the greater part of you. It is your connection to infinite possibilities, infinite potential, and infinite mastery. Welcome to this quantum conversation. I'm Lauren Galey, and this is a very special episode during my incarnation anniversary. This is my gift to you, as it truly is a presentation of my work with the music of the plants. This is a multidimensional journey that elevates consciousness. This is what the plants do. They literally remove the dense layers of our human experience so that we can open up to the angelic ones and the higher beings who wish to assist us. Before we begin, here's a special dedication. This is a musical poem of Stevie Wonder's The Secret Life of Plants. I would love to interview Stevie Wonder about his deep spirituality that is reflected in this beautiful song. And this song offers us a multi-dimensional view of the oneness that we are. Due to copyright restrictions, this is a musical poem. You can find the original song by Stevie Wonder on this webpage at AcousticHealth.com. I can't conceive. The nucleus of all begins inside a tiny seed. And what we see as insignificant provides the purest air we breathe. But who am I to doubt or question the inevitable being? For these are but a few discoveries we find inside the secret life of plants. A species smaller than the eye can see, or larger than most living things. And yet, we take from it, without consent, our shelter, food, habiliment. But who am I to doubt or question the inevitable being? For these are but a few discoveries we find inside the secret life of plants. But far too many give them in return a stomp, cut, drown, or burn, as if they're nothing. But if you ask yourself where you would be without them, you'll find you would not be. And some believe antennas are their leaves that span beyond our galaxy. Will be, who are the mediocrity. But who am I to doubt or question the inevitable being? For these are but a few discoveries we find inside the secret life of plants. Wonder touches my heart so deeply I had to share it with you all as we begin this program, learning about the new frontiers of sound healing with the music of the plant kingdom. I'm Lauren Galey, and I thank you for being here. If you are listening to this program, you are a nature hugger. You are connected to the plant kingdom. We're going to learn about the music of plants. Yes, it is amazing, and it is based on 40 years of research with Daman Her and the plant kingdom and the energy of plants. It is a synthesizer that can interface with the plant through electrodes. The energetic signature, or what I like to refer to as the consciousness of the plant, is picked up, the energy is picked up and converted into musical notes. In the hundreds of hours of recordings that I've made, every song is different in mood and rhythm. Every song is unique. Every song is healing and uplifting. Let's listen to the music of plants. This is a philodendron, and the intention or state of consciousness held during the recording was an attunement for balance and harmony. What I find so fascinating about the plant music is that the song will end at its own time. There is a healing aspect with this music. Sometimes the music comes out in really fun, playful rhythms. And sometimes a scale comes forth. And while every plant sounds different, they're each beautiful and unique. This is the sound of a blooming Lemurian orchid. let's take this to a deeper, multidimensional level and understanding of what plant music is. Plant music is literally multidimensional. These beings assist humans on this planet in a symbiotic relationship. We breathe the air that they breathe out. They breathe in what we exhale. As a small child, I always saw this deep connection. And I've always felt a deep connection to nature. And so you too, if you're listening to this program, are indeed a nature hugger. I've interviewed a beautiful woman, Deanna Gabriel Vierk, who is a plant medicine healer, and she shared with me what makes plant medicine so healing in our lives.
Plants are fascinating beings. They have a body like we do. They're physical, and yet they have an ability to hold a vibration that is incredibly pure, high frequency. They are literally rooted into the soil, into the earth, and connected through their physical expression to the heart of the earth, to all of those energies. And yet they sit in their beings and radiate with all the universal frequencies. They're feeling all of these levels of energies that we can connect to as well as humans when we do deep spiritual meditations and we seek for those kinds of connections.
My personal experience and healing from the plant music has indeed been profound. I can say that it removes and releases dense energetics, old emotions that come up, sadness or grief or frustration or anxiety. And when we sit in the music that was created with the plants, the music elevates us out of that. The music takes one out of normal space and time. This is truly a connection to one's higher self, as if it's a soul tonic. The music puts us in a state where we can receive downloads of higher consciousness.
They have a really unique perspective in how to help us in our process of evolution and healing and connection to that divine inner spark that we have. And how also to transform the experiences that we're having on this planet. So I feel as if plants are these unique earth angels that are here to really and truly guide us through our healing processes and help us on our humanness. You know, we've all chosen to incarnate into human bodies, to come here and live a physical life as spiritual beings. And the plants understand that, really, because they're also doing something similar, but they're able to hold these high vibrations, and they understand and love humanity. And I think it's one of their deep missions, their purposes, one of them, to assist us.
This plant music is an expression of love and light. And although it may not be for everyone, it is for those who understand it and are ready to evolve and experience higher frequencies by releasing lower density This is high vibrational music that will do just that. It is the intelligence and the consciousness of plants coming forth to assist us in returning to a state of joy, bliss, happiness, and self-love.
Their medicine is profound, it's deep, it heals us on a physical level, but it also touches us every day, whether you know it or not. The plants are singing to us, they are talking to us, they are healing us, they are seeking to open us up so that we can root down into the earth and receive all of the guidance and the frequencies that are trying to penetrate down to assist us in our path, in our evolution.
And that deeper connection comes from when we are out in nature.
Most people have an experience of going out into nature, spending some time out in places that are a little more wild. There's a feeling that happens to us when we do that. Often when we go walk outside, we hike outside, we sit quietly under a tree, those are the moments when things start to get a little clearer. Something begins to quiet inside of us, and you might often find that you understand how to navigate a problem, or you get an idea of creative inspiration in those moments. Magic happens when we go out into the natural world. And there are lots of things happening when we do that, but I believe that one powerful thing that is happening is that the plants are reading us. They're feeling our energies. They're feeling our sufferings. They're hearing our questions through the form of the vibration. Whether we're sitting and consciously talking to that pine tree or we're resting our back against it really doesn't matter. The plants are hearing us and interacting with us, and they are assisting in clearing away the clutter, the friction, and all the static frequencies so that we can hear ourselves more clearly. And that is one of the key aspects of plant spirit healing and flower essence healing, is that the plants really help us find the true quiet inside so we understand who we are, what we're here to do, and then begin to get the creative inspiration for how to do it.
I've recorded hundreds of hours with the plants. I've learned a lot from them, and I've created a collection that best represents the moods and the incredible healing aspects that are available with this music. And I began to get creative, and it was a real challenge to stay heart-centered and not let the ego mind come in and sabotage, which was a huge challenge for me. My linear mind, my trained mind, couldn't conceive that anybody could work with this. So after hundreds of hours of recordings, I've now changed my mind, and I've grown, and I've evolved, and I understand indeed what's going on with plant music. It brings us to oneness, and absolutely higher consciousness. And then I began combining plants together, and I learned that it was almost as if they were communicating with each other in the quantum field outside of time and space. Because when I, as a producer, came in with my linear mind, my trained mind, I wanted to put the music in what I thought was visual due to mathematics and what looked right on the screen. However, what I learned when I mixed the music was that it didn't sound very good. It was very chaotic. And when I tuned in, I got the clear message. The plants wanted me to start the tracks and mix them together at the beginning of each track. I was not to interfere, in other words. So here's the sound of a petite orchid and a Christmas cactus. Both are blooming. This is called Plant Music Symphony number 1. So those instruments were a pan flute and an oboe for the Christmas cactus, and violins and a piano for the petite orchid that was blooming. So there were 4 instruments created from 2 plants, and we mixed those tracks all together, beginning at the very start of each track. And that was the beautiful music. It was perfect, and it was aligned, whereas when I tried to interfere, so to say, with my editing mind, I was quickly stopped because of it didn't sound right. Here's another symphony. This one is Plant Symphony number 4, The Beauty of Nature. This is the sound of an elephant leaf plant and the blooming petite orchid. It's also tuned to 528 hertz, the love frequency. Beautiful music that is totally unique and exquisite. And so notice how you feel when you listen to the music, tune in. It really does connect us to a greater part of ourself, a multi-dimensional part of ourself. And so I'd like to share on how this next series was created. It's called the Petite Orchid Serenades. And what's interesting is this little petite orchid that was blooming was so delicate in its pink and white flowers that I just loved how it sang so beautifully. But then one day, after I recorded about 40 hours with this plant, it stopped singing, just out of nowhere. Other plants would sing, but this petite orchid would not sing. And we can sit with this and go inside and communicate with the plant. So when I did that, I heard very clearly that I was to share this music, that the plant was no longer just going to simply record for me, because it has already done that. And this beautiful orchid was saying, get this music out to the world. And so here we are, and I recorded the Petite Orchid Serenades. This one is the Serenade of Healing. It, too, is tuned at 528 hertz, the love frequency. Here is the Serenade of Peace. As this was recorded, the intention around the whole ceremony of the recording was for peace, was for global peace, personal peace, peace between brothers and sisters, and the cosmos and inner earth, peace within, peace without. Another sample from the 528 hertz collection, Ho'oponopono and the Dolphins. With this particular song, the intention and state of consciousness of Ho'oponopono, of I love you, forgive me, thank you, I'm sorry, was held and infused into this recording. I also drew a Masaru Emoto water crystal oracle card, and it was the dolphin. Here's Ho'oponopono Dolphin Healing. Next, I'm going to talk about an evolution in this sound healing modality. It has evolved in a New Earth collaboration with Casey Williams of Sacred Alchemy, essential oils. Yes, we absolutely were amazed to get the essential oils to sing. That's coming up next, but first I want to share with you a very introductory special offer. I've created a special offer for this audience that is a wonderful experience with plant music. You will get a bundle of plant music and also a live online group meditation where you can interact your consciousness with the plant consciousness. We've done this, and it's amazing how the plants give us exactly what we need. It's like a little personal session with the plant in a group setting. You will also get a recording of this, and that recording is extended after the group session is over because that group is still connected to the plant, and I've found that the plant continues to sing for hours afterwards. All of that is recorded, and you get that. So this is a very special introductory price, $33 for the plant music meditation sound bath and a whole bunch of streaming audio and downloads. So no matter where you are, you can use this music to create a high vibrational environment. This puts us into higher consciousness for creativity and inspiration. You can even use it as you go out in nature, and you can even connect more deeply with plants in nature as you listen to them sing. So that is available on our special offer page. Scroll down to the very bottom of that page for this very special introductory offer. It's very beautiful. You're going to love being in the vibration of the plant music. You get all of the music that you've heard in this program. In addition to this, there is an option to add your own personal composition, interfacing in a private session with plant music. I will set you up, we'll get on Zoom, and the plant is there to give you what you need. This is your own personal composition. Check that out. It includes also the plant music meditation and the audio library. Again, that audio library is the Petite Orchid Serenades, the 528 Hertz Collection, Plant Symphonies, and Dolphin Joy, Alchemy. Not only is plant music a new frontier for sound healing, but there's a new texture for this in a New Earth development. Casey Williams is a pure essential oil alchemist whose blends for clearing dense energetics have now been turned into musical expressions. When used in combination with the oils, the clearing effect happens very quickly. You've got the music of the oils and the actual aromatherapy of the oils working in both an aromatic and a musical vibration. Here's my interview with Casey Williams. The essential oils are part of a plant, and we have discovered that they in fact sing. We're going to hear the songs, but we're going to talk about how this is really a new modality in sound healing to bring in both the aroma and the music of the plants in this way. Let's welcome Casey with a big open-hearted hug to Quantum Conversations. Casey, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Lauren. It's such an honor for me to be here present with you and all your friends and in this sacred space and to share this time with you. Thank you.
And I love the energetics of the work that you do with the oils. We're going to talk about how these oils work on a physical level through our olfactory system. It's connected to our brain. I first want to share how I met you, because that in itself is such a synchronistic, high vibrational journey of the soul. And this is indicative of what's happening with all of us in our communities of New Earth around our planet. It is why we hold visions of New Earth so clearly in our heart and in our third eye, and envision it so that it brings itself forth through what we do. And as you said, Casey, our work that we're doing right now is New Earth related, and it's a new level of collaboration. So our journey began on our beloved homeland of Lemuria.
I was guided to go to the Big Island. I've been connecting and communicating with the dolphins pretty intensely for about 27 years. And I've been working with, or actually they have been working with me, more accurately, a pod of dolphins on the etheric, and then also have connected with a pod of dolphins that resides off of the Keys. And so they have been communicating to me that they wanted me to go to the Big Island. And when I saw that this was being offered with Joan Ocean, who I've wanted to connect with for many years, because she really, to me, is in such a loving communion and communication with the dolphins. And she's been swimming with the same pod for over 28 years and really lives and communicates with them from such a place of love and honoring. And so I wanted to experience swimming with the wild dolphins off the Big Island. And so it was really a heart, soul's calling for me. And then, to my surprise, I met more of my soul family there. And Lauren was on the same boat at the same gathering, and many other friends that joined us. And so it was just a very nourishing experience to swim with the wild dolphins. And there were hundreds and hundreds of them, and communicating with them telepathically and energetically. And it was just a very powerful experience, and one that I will hold in my heart as very sacred forever.
On that trip, we swam with them from the shore. We would wade in from shore and swim with them. Other times we were on that boat. And what I witnessed in my own experience was the deep level of healing with the dolphins on an emotional level. I remember one morning I found myself sinking into a depression. It was a feeling coming up. And as soon as we got in the water, the clicking sound of those dolphins, and that was the healing experience. It's as if they know exactly what we need. And we got out of the water. We were so happy and in so much joy. We chose to stay back and just linger in that energy of the joy. It was so fun and beautiful. The dolphins are so healing in that way. And so what's special about this is that you used this. Tell us about the crystal. You are deeply connected to the quartz crystal bed in Arkansas. You live there. You swim on the Lake Washita.
One of the largest deposit of quartz crystals in North America is in a lake called Lake Washita. And this lake is very magical. There are lots of vortexes and portals of light. And I have been swimming in this lake for over 20 plus years. And this is one of the areas where I swim with. Actually, there's a pod of dolphins on the etheric, and they come and they swim with me, and I can even feel them swim and come up beside me. I can feel them. I can see them. And there's also a pod of mer people that swim in the magical waters. And the whales also communicate with us in that lake. So there's all these magical realms that reside in this water. And it is like swimming in a gem elixir. And it will clear your energy field, rebalance you. And it's really very sacred and special place. And Lauren has been in this water, and she's very familiar with that. And so in the work that I do, it all started, just to kind of give you a little bit of background, and then I'll bring it back to Hawaii, is about 27 years ago, I had a life-changing experience with Archangel Michael on Mount Shasta. And I realized that the life that I had been living was complete, and that I was going to dive even deeper into the journey of my soul. And so as a result of that experience on Mount Shasta, I went back home and I sold my business, my farm. I divorced my husband, and I traveled for 2.5 years going to sacred sites and birthing the Sacred Alchemy blends. So that's how it started, and how that has progressed now into every blend that I co-create with spirit. There's a crystal in it, a very tiny crystal, and that holds the frequencies of the sacred site, the ceremonies, the mantras. When I'm blending or bottling the oils, I'm saying prayers and mantras the entire time. And previous to that, I've energy cleared the space, and I don't let anyone in our home when I'm doing that. So I create a really sacred place when I'm co-creating with spirit these blends. And so when I was in Hawaii, swimming with the dolphins, I was carrying what I call a mother crystal in my hand. And I was swimming with the dolphins and asking them to infuse their frequencies into this mother crystal so that I could come home and infuse these little baby crystals, and that they would be placed into the bottle of what now is called dolphin joy.
Smelling dolphin joy immediately brings forward the dolphins. It is so lovely. And as you created the oil, it took you a while.
Yes, the blends, it's interesting because the blends, the formulas and the ingredients of the blends and the frequencies all come through my guidance and my communion with spirit. Excuse me. I have been seeing and connecting with other realms since I was a child. And so with the oils, the devas and the nature spirits come and they will tell me about a blend. And then when I am co-creating the blend with them, they will actually give me the exact formulas of this many drops of this oil and this many drops of that oil. And so it all comes through the nature spirits. It's not through me at all. And so when we inhale these blends, we connect our heart with the essence of these plants. And when two or more essential oils are combined, there's a synergistic effect, and the frequencies are increased. It's kind of like, the saying, the sum is greater than its parts. And that's how it is with the blends. It's that energetic frequency, and it creates this rich symphony where they come together.
So let's listen to the plant music that was created. This is Dancing with Dolphins, created from the Dolphin Joy Essence oil. That is so sweet. Is that sweet? Oh, my goodness. So calming and nurturing. It almost feels like it's wiring ourselves to joy. Our energetic body is being wired. Isn't that amazing? Okay, so now what I find equally amazing is we, at first, we're going to interface the oils with the plant because it's the plant energetics. And so you're blending the essential oil with the plant, which the plant is interfacing with the MIDI synthesizer, the device that is turning the energy of the plant into musical notes. That was our intention in the beginning. But as we connected this device directly to the oil, to the jar, we put that right on the bottle around the rim. And it was amazing, totally amazing that the recording of this oil without the plant interface actually saying it was a symphony in itself. It changed. It's quite amazing. Here's more of the music made from Dolphin Joy. What I find amazing is that the oil itself is so beautiful. It is hands down an instant upliftment into joy. And the music adds a richness. And then, of course, the music on its own. That is the natural music. Natural pauses as well, which that is the healing aspects of the music. All right. Well, Casey, so beautiful.
I am feeling my heart opening up, listening at a whole nother level, Lauren. And what I'm receiving, the information that I'm receiving, because this is the first time that I've heard this segment of Dolphin Joy, is I am literally hearing it like in symphony, almost like the music of the spheres. I feel like it's going out to the collective and that it is helping to bring in the new frequencies of the new earth. That's what I'm getting.
So gentle and so beautiful. I want to do one more song. Here is a quick attunement. Beautiful music of Dolphin Joy, Essential Oil, Sacred Alchemy by Casey Williams. Casey, thank you. This is really incredible. Thank you for sharing this. I want to say your work is of the highest aligned expression of New Earth. You are now with your beloved, who in his soul journey is a master at crystals. The two of you together are an incredible power couple. Thank you both for the incredible work that you do in bringing in New Earth. I want to share more about the next phase of the work that you do and the blending and our collaboration together. There is your most popular series, the Clearing series. In my recording of the plant music with the essences that you have created, each of these have been recorded with a plant interface, and they have each guided and aided in my own healing process. It's quite amazing. So let's talk about the Clearing series that you have, because music has been created for each one of these. You've created them to allow for people to really come into this oneness that they are, this essence of soul, higher self.
To me, the kind of embodiment of the Clearing series is to help us. You know, we're all collaborating and working together, all of us, you know, in service for this new earth. And we're all in physical bodies. And I found this interesting when I was listening to a podcast recently from Joe Dispenza. And he said that we live in fight, flight, and freeze about 70% of the time. And so the inspiration for me, in some of my other work, how this is all unfolded to the Clearing series, because it has been my number one series for probably about 15 years. And it continues to be, even though I have all these other cosmic blends This is kind of the foundational series. And I've seen hundreds and hundreds of people in high stress use these blends and to be able to shift to low or no stress in less than 15 minutes by simply breathing this series. And so to me, that's part of the shift, is how we move out of flight, fight, and freeze and move into the present moment, which is where our power is and our essence. And so the moment that we are aware that we are stressed or triggered, we have a choice. We can choose a habitual pattern, or we can choose inner peace and self-connection and connecting with spirit and our essence. So when we inhale this specific set of blends, the stress melts away and we begin to feel safe enough to bring our awareness from the external world into our internal world, so that we can relax into the present moment and reopen our hearts to reconnect with our essence. So this series helps us move toward whole brain integration, balance, and deep inner stillness, so we can make choices from our sacred silence while listening to the whispers of our soul.
So now let's take a listen to the plant music of sacred alchemy, acceptance. We can use all these tools, listen to the music and smell, or just listen to the music. It's a beautiful blending. Also, let's talk about a blending. You've got the Dolphin Joy in the Clearing series. It's a part of the Clearing series, and you recommend smelling both the Dolphin Joy and one of the items at once. And then you've got a mini series of 5, which actually has Dolphin Joy drops in it.
Right. So in the Clearing series, part of the clearing part is oils like grief-free, anxiety-free, anger-free, and depression-free. And so in that sequence, I was guided to add Dolphin Joy because you clear so much faster, bringing in those really high frequencies of the dolphins. And so the clearing, it just speeds it all up. So that was the guidance of bringing Dolphin Joy in with those blends. And then most recently, what we got was, if you smell Dolphin Joy with every single blend, starting with Grounding Clarity, which brings you into the present moment, it just enhances the effectiveness of every blend. And then when you end with the Dolphin Joy blend, it brings you back into the frequency of joy, our nature, our true nature, our essence.
So use these tools with the beautiful smells or the music or both of them in a bundle together. Check out the special offer on this webpage to learn all about the bundles and the music.
9 of these blends, of this specific clearing series blends, were actually infused with the energetics of Lake Ouachita, which is the largest quartz crystal deposit in North America. So just to let your viewers know that and your listeners. And then that 10th blend is Dolphin Joy, which, we spoke of earlier about swimming with the wild dolphins. And then I would love to share just a little bit about how the oils work. So, emotions are processed in the limbic center of the brain, where traumas and painful memories are stored. And traumatic memories can influence us for the rest of our lives. However, one of these tools with breathing the clearing series is when you are inhaling pure essential oils, the volatile molecules cross the blood-brain barrier and influence the limbic center. So these tiny molecules unlock painful memories and traumas that may be contributing to the intensity of our emotional reactions. So to me, it's the symphony of the high frequency of the essential oils, the sacred sites, the prayers, and the mantras that create this rich vibrational symphony, so that by inhaling the essential oils, emotional clearing occurs so that we can be present and reconnect back into our essence. And you can do this. This series is so simple. You can do this while in conversation. You can do it while relaxing. You can do it while even watching a movie. It doesn't matter. It's going to have the same impact. And there is no mental processing required. It's that simple.
That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. No mental processing required. We can release this. This is density. This tool, this clearing series, helps us release from the density. And so because it's infused with frequencies from Lake Ouachita, this is it allows us that same experience when we go and we swim in the waters. It's very powerful. And I want to share a little bit. I want to have you share more on this. You actually use this and your twin brother, Casey. Such a tender story. Can you share that story?
Yes, Lauren. I'm happy to share it. I might get a little emotional. Just be present with this. So, a few years ago, my twin brother transitioned, and he came to me, and because Gary, my husband, and I can see, we both saw him appear in the kitchen, and he was in a lot of pain. And to be totally transparent with your audience, he was very, very energy sensitive, and one of the ways that he navigated life on planet Earth was he used to drink and quite a lot of alcohol and take drugs, because he also had the gifts of clairvoyance and clairaudience, but he was afraid to deepen those skills and to use those skills. And so he had a lot of addiction challenges in this lifetime. So when he came to us, he was in like a cloak of shame and fear and a lot of confusion. And there was a lot of really heavy energies around him. So Gary and I went outside and we got the clearing series and a few other blends, but it was primarily the clearing series. And we sat down by this beautiful blooming bush of azaleas, and a hummingbird came, and there was just the sweetness in the air, and we sat and breathed the essence of these oils to him. And then a friend of mine, a dear friend, Carol, showed up, and she also joined us in this experience. And we watched John's auric field shift from being very, almost like a cocoon, being very closed and tight and held in, you know, just like his painful experiences. And we watched with each breath and the energetics him get lighter and lighter and lighter. And pretty soon he was literally just like a radiant, illuminating beacon of light, which is his true self, his essence self. And since then, he comes back now and again and communicates to us and connects with us. And he is at a whole nother level of liberation and illumination. So the essence is, I'm glad you brought this up, Lauren, because for those of you that have a private practice, or you have friends in pain, or whatever, you do not have to be in the room with them. You can send the energetic of these essential oils to the person from a distance, whether they are in a body or not in a body. And I have worked with a lot of disincarnate beings that are in a lot of pain and suffering. And when I have used the oils, it literally lifts the heaviness off, so they're ready to take their next step of their soul's journey. I worked with a group of souls that actually had committed suicide in a home and was called in, because that's another level of the work that I do. And this soul group was moving chairs and was creating a lot of challenges for the family that was living in this home. And they called me in to help communicate with these beings. So when I went in, I was clearly shown to sit. And the number one thing that I was to do was to get the whole family involved that was living in the home, and to send the energetics of the clearing series to this soul group that was in so much pain and suffering. And we did, and they were able to leave in a completely different place, and to leave in joy and in peace, and to take their next step on their path. So these blends have been very profound and transformative in my own personal journey, with my friends and with my clients and with my family. Thank you for bringing that story up. It's still very tender. Thanks for me.
Wow. Wow, that is incredible work. What service. Smell is multidimensional. Plants are multidimensional. Music is multidimensional. We are multidimensional. These are tools that connect us back into that. Let's listen to the essential oil plant music of truth. Well, Casey Williams, this has been a magical journey with you. Your work is amazing. I thank the plant kingdom for speaking to you. I thank the plant kingdom for speaking to me. And I can't thank you enough for this incredible support. Thank you.
Thank you, Lauren, for I feel that your work is taking the oils to a whole nother level energetically and really connecting in with the new frequencies that are coming onto the earth. Thank you so much, and I honor you and I thank you from the fullness of my heart for all that you have done to be in this moment right now. Thank you.
And we leave you now with the Lemurian Orchid Zen Garden. It's a 20-minute sound healing experience with the plant music. For more information, visit plantmusicremedy.com. That's plantmusicremedy.com. And to learn more about the special offer of essential oils, sacred alchemy, and plant music, click on the special offer link on this webpage. And now, as a special treat, I'd like to offer you a guided meditation with the Petite Orchid music. This is for higher self connection, which of course brings immense self-love. Welcome. I'm Lauren Galey with a meditation to connect with your higher self, your soul essence. Allow yourself to follow the sound of my voice as you relax, relaxing all the muscles in your body, taking a moment to lie down and be still. As you relax all the muscles from the top of your head down through your forehead, relaxing the muscles around your ears, around your eyes, around your cheeks, down around your lips, feeling muscle relaxation. Melting down now through your throat and feeling all the muscles across your chest, out through your arms. You're taking a deep breath, exhaling, releasing any tension through the abdomen, down through your pelvis, your hips, feeling the muscle dripping off the bone, on the thighs, around the knees, now the calves, and even out the feet through each toe. Even the pinky toe is relaxed. Any cellular memory of old reality and programs being held within the muscles are now released as you breathe deeply, inhaling into the belly, into the hara point, a few inches below the belly button, exhaling freely. You are exhaling all the old memories, all old realities that no longer serve. Relax now and be open to receive your higher self, your soul essence. In this stillness, we feel the higher self. See it as a pilot light within your heart and begin to blaze or increase the flame of that pilot light within your heart. And as this flame brightens and brightens, you feel the golden soul essence of who you are. And now moving deeper within you, receive your soul essence. You may feel this on the crown of your head, coming in like golden threads. And so it is here in this space that we offer gratitude to our soul essence. Gratitude for leading the way. Gratitude for allowing free will to reign. This is your free will that your higher self has always guided you on and supported you on as you learned lessons of love or lack thereof. Gratitude for showing what needs to go and be released, what no longer serves. And gratitude for showing the power of love. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Hold this feeling of gratitude for your soul. Thank you for listening to this quantum conversation, and thank you for dancing with us to the cosmic heart. As we raise our own vibration, we raise the vibration of the planet. This show is dedicated to you and all awakening hearts, as we are here to shine our bright light and amplify our love. Access all quantum conversations, special offers from our guests, and online healing retreats by visiting acoustichealth.com. I'm Lauren Galey, and from my sacred heart to yours, I honor your magnificent love and light. We leave you now with music from the universe, music literally created by the universe, as musical notes were assigned to mathematical equations. The result is this beautiful music, available at acoustichealth.com. Namaste.